Okay, if you're a cat owner, you know this scene. Your cat curled up, sleeping right there with you. It's adorable, right? But what if I told you there's a whole silent conversation going on there? A much, much deeper story that most of us are completely missing.
So let's really get into it. What are they actually saying when they pick you, out of all the spots in the house, to be their bed for the night? Yeah, the answer is, it's a lot more complicated, and honestly, way more touching than you probably think.
And look, let's just get the biggest myth out of the way right now. Everyone thinks, oh, it's just for warmth. I'm basically a giant living hot water bottle. Simple enough, right? Nope, it was never, ever just about staying warm.
And this isn't some trivial little habit. There's some real emotional weight to this. Seriously, if we get this wrong, we could be missing messages they've been trying to send us for years.
Okay, so that brings us to the first big reveal here, and it's huge. That nightly ritual, it's not about comfort. It's a full-on, profound declaration of trust.
So, let's look at this side by side. The common thought, it's for warmth. But the real truth, it's all about vulnerability. I mean, think about it. Sleep is when a cat is at their absolute most defenseless. So for them to choose to do that right next to you, a creature that's, 15 times their size, that is them saying loud and clear, you are my safe space.
And hey, if you're still on the fence about the whole warmth thing, just think about it for a second. Cats are professional heat seekers, right? They've got sunny spots, the top of your warm laptop, radiators, that pile of laundry straight from the dryer. If all they wanted was heat, believe me, they have so many better, more reliable options than us.
And that's really the core of it, isn't it? When they pick you over all those other cozy, warm places, it's got nothing to do with temperature. It is about a level of trust that, honestly, most of us probably don't even realize. They are actively choosing your presence. That's their ultimate security blanket.
And listen, this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good idea. This is backed by actual science. A study in the journal Animal Cognition literally found that cats form attachment styles with their owners that are super similar to how human babies bond with their parents. So that sense of safety they get from you, yeah, that's a deep, primal, you're my person kind of attachment.
Okay, so we've got the trust part down. But why? Why is sleeping with us such a big deal for them? Well, to get that, we have to look way back. Turns out, this very modern, very domestic little habit is actually rooted in some ancient wild instincts. It's like an old ritual playing out right there in your bedroom.
You know how your cat will come up and rub their face all over you before they settle down? That's not just them being cute. That's chemistry. They have these little scent glands on their cheeks and forehead, and they're literally marking you, leaving their scent on you. Then, by sleeping next to you, they're mixing your scent and their scent together.
And here's why that's so cool. Out in the wild, cats that live in a group, a colony, they all share one communal scent. It's like their family's unique signature. So when your cat does this scent blending with you, they're performing that exact same ancient ritual. They're not just saying, hey, I like you. They are saying, we are family, we belong to each other.
Okay, so now think about where on the bed they sleep. Is your cat a by-your-head sleeper? Or maybe a curled-up-at-your-feet type? Or pressed right up against your back? Well, I can tell you right now, that choice is not random. At all. It's totally strategic.
And this might blow your mind a little bit. I don't care how pampered your cat is. Part of their brain truly believes it's your personal bodyguard. It's this deeply ingrained instinct. Back in the wild, colony members would take turns standing guard while everyone else slept. Well, your cat is just showing up for their shift.
And you can actually see their little strategy in action. Are they facing the door? They're watching the entrance. Are they sleeping near your head? They're protecting your most vulnerable spot. In their world, they have a very clear job to do. This big, clumsy human is mine, and I have to protect them.
This whole bodyguard thing is pretty amazing, right? And it takes us right into our next point. We can actually decode exactly what they're trying to say just by looking at their sleep position.
All right, let's break these down. You see your cat in that tight little ball? That's trust, but with maybe a little bit of caution still there. But what about the full sprawl, belly up in the air? Oh yeah, that is ultimate security. That says, I know for a fact nothing bad can happen while you're here. And get this, if they turn their back to you, don't get offended. That's like the biggest compliment a cat can give. It means they trust you so completely they don't even have to watch you. And then there's the full contact press. You know, when they're basically glued to your side, that's not them being clingy. That's pure 100% devotion.
But it gets even deeper. This bond goes way beyond just instinct. It actually involves them consciously adapting to you, which is, when you think about it, pretty incredible.
Okay, quick biology lesson. You've probably heard this, but cats are what's called crepuscular. All that means is that their bodies are naturally hardwired to be most active at dawn and dusk. You know, the exact times when most of us are either trying to fall asleep or hitting the snooze button.
So, their natural schedule and our 9 to 5 schedule, they should be a total disaster. But, and this is the amazing part, a cat that's truly bonded with you will literally rewrite its own biology. They will shift their internal clocks, they'll sleep deeper through the night, all so they can sync up and live on your schedule.
And on top of that, they are so tuned in to our emotions. You ever have one of those really bad days and all of a sudden your cat just won't leave you alone? They're not imagining things. They can pick up on the tiniest changes in your body, your breathing, even the scent of stress hormones like cortisol. They know you're stressed out, sometimes even before you do.
Okay, this brings us to our last section. And honestly, this might be the most important one. Because this whole ritual is so packed with meaning, when it suddenly stops, that is a massive warning sign. One you should absolutely never ignore.
So what does it mean when it stops? Your cat has slept with you for years, and then, poof, they're gone. They're sleeping somewhere else. This isn't just them being a cat. This is them trying to tell you something, loud and clear.
So there are really 3 main things to look out for. First, it could be physical pain or an illness. Cats are masters at hiding when they feel sick. Second, it could be stress in their environment, a new pet, a change in the furniture, a new routine. Or third, it could be a bad emotional memory. Maybe something scared them in that room one night. The bottom line is, you've got to pay attention.
And really, that's the thing to take away from all of this. That simple, everyday act of your cat sleeping with you, it was never a small thing to them. It's a nightly vote of confidence, it's a renewal of your bond, it's the ultimate declaration of trust. And once you really understand that, well, it kind of changes everything, doesn't it?